Right, it's 10th of August. I'm waiting for our scaffold again, so luckily I've got a little job to do in the same town where I live, so nice handy on this. It was a repoint job, but I couldn't be bothered filming it, but things have changed. Finished raking out this morning, started Saturday, finished it today, spent all day Sunday pointing. I got the whole of the pipe done, which is about 8 square metres. So that's all tidied up, so it's all ready for pointing now. But got a cavity tray there to check out. I've done the first 4 bricks. It comes along to about here, because they're getting a leak in the kitchen below. So that cavity tray was fine, in good condition. So I've just taken the bricks out, put them back. They were loose, so something's moving somewhere. So that's not a problem. The window's a problem. As you can see, shutting it up. The old box job. Not even the right bricks. 73mm brick. As you can see, nothing in it. Gobbed up at the front. You see there. I've just ground in as far as I can with this small grinder, and that's all that's in there. Apart from that, it's hollow. Cavity tray doesn't really do much. It's short. It doesn't pass the lintel. Lintel's alright, got a good seating. This here was completely pointed up with sand cement solid. So again, it just goes back underneath. It soaks underneath. Heads back towards the window. It needs to have a break. This shouldn't be here. Should be done, and then you should seal between the lintel and the frame. Probably need to trim this, but they're useless. So I've just nipped and got an acro. I'm going to take these 3 courses out and give it a good seeing to. Maybe replace this cavity tray. Well, definitely to replace the cavity tray. Reposition the lintel because it's too far back. It's right back there, doesn't need to be that far back. And I've also got some spare dapple lights that'll match, so we can get rid of these horrible red brick. Wasn't really down to do this, but I've saved a lot of time on the raking out, so I might as well get this done instead. While everything's up here, because I'm actually up on a garage roof. This is the first floor window, but working off a flat roof, which is handy. So we'll get all this out now and have a see what's in there. Right, just one acro will do here today. That's in now. Gives us plenty of room to work now. Take these 2 out. These 2, so we've got room to get the tray in. Very loose. They've just dropped. Now, the acro is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's less than 900 to that side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same again. It's recommending 900 centres for acros. No, ours is slightly less than that. 1's enough. 2 will just be in the way. And when you're propping with an acro, you're not propping the whole house up with it. If you look at this brickwork's self-supporting, like a triangle. So that is supporting that. So it goes up like a triangle like that. So if the worst happened and some bricks fell out, then that's all you'd lose. Is that triangle. That's all the weight you're propping with that. You're not propping the whole wall. The wall supports itself unless it's completely knackered. So I've had a few comments about taking the acros out straight away. Well, as long as it's packed tight, that's all. That triangle is all that's being supported by that acro. and the majority of that isn't going to move anyway. That's the worst case that'll go. So once I get these out, we can get this tray sorted out and get it built back up. Like I say, this wasn't planned this, but it's such in a bad state, I just couldn't leave it. I've come here to do this job, so I might as well do them both while we're here. But this is why we're filming, because it's such a state. Absolutely disgraceful. There's the mortar underneath there, and that was underneath a frog down. So basically there's nothing. Completely empty frogs. The whole house is frog down, and you can tell none of the frogs are full. Just no wonder it gets water in. So we're repointing as best we can. Now let's get back to it. So we're all out. What we've got is lintel set back 140mm, 30mm too far, that means bringing right forward to about there. $200mm seating, to 150. Now it's lopsided, but we'll leave that because when we bring this forward, the cavity tray up stand can go there. The actual tray was too long on the back, and that on the left, short on the right. So because I've got a timber lintel, I'm going to cut this off about there. We've got a lip, and then I'm going to nail a new one in there. I'm going to nail one, take it further past, but I'm going to nail it to the block. I'll obviously reposition the lintel in that place for a new half anyway. But that's the plan anyway, and then we'll get rid of this. There you go, got rid of it. We can pack our lintel then off the window, and then obviously reseal it after. I might have to get my mate to put a trim on that. It's a bit of a gap that, but we'll get it sorted. Right, let's get cracking. Looks nice now, but keep hearing thunder rumbling away somewhere. It's forecast, but there's nothing too close yet.
Talking to animals. I've been having conversations in fluent German with the sheep.
Crawler grading.
Losing it, Malcolm, as you probably gathered.
Available to hear by downloading the BBC Sounds app.
Feeling very warm, quiet and muggy in the southeast. There'll be some showers that could turn thundery across central and northern areas and eastern England.
Asylum is a witch's place. It's the only place where it's just us.
Share new experiences.
All of you will serve as soldiers of the United States Army.
Then you might just become inseparable.
Love you. Oh, no, I'm serious.
Fall in Love with Fort Salem. All episodes streaming now on BBC iPlayer.
Actually, Jeremy's still outside trying to get rid of the squirrels.
And don't come back!
No world that's black and white. Ever since you left, all the colors just drain out.
Right, no need to silicone this because this isn't going to drop. It's nailed in. And this insulation going here, so that's going to hold it down. It's going nowhere. Cool. Lovely job. That's it, back how it should be. Proper face brick all the way across. New tray, lintel back in the right position. Got to fill that bed up. And then all the frogs, which are very deep, because all the bricks are set frog down, which is a pain in the arse and very bad practice. So it's about 3:10 now. It's going to take me probably a good part of an hour to get that in. Bit of mortar left in the bucket, so any left over I'll do a bit of pointing, use it up. That's a vast improvement, and I feel better about that now. I just had a feeling it was leaking, it was cracked all over and not filled up properly. Just gives you peace of mind. That's done. That's it, all gobbed up nice and tight. So that is how your lintel should be finished. This should never be sealed up, ever. So now we've got this 20mm gap. So I'm going to see Rob, my friend, and get a piece of demoulding, which goes on a piece of double-sided tape on the window and up against the lintel, so that it's stuck. And then you seal the top and the bottom. You seal between the lintel and the plastic. You never seal between the brickwork and the lintel. I know the vents are there, but that you're just sealing that up. But before, we'll find it. This thing was stuck on top of the window, sticking out, not quite as far as that, but sticking out. And then, it's hard to do it with one hand. And all that between the plastic, between the brickwork and the plastic, and all the way in there, that was mostly foamed, but all that was gobbed up with sand and cement. See, this was solid sand and cement, and they think all the water will run off now. But when you've got water pouring down here, it just soaks into this big block of sand and cement and goes in. It doesn't matter if it goes in there, but it matters if it goes in there. That's why you need the plastic up to there, seal there, so everything's sealed. I'll actually insert a picture of what it was like before, and I've seen that quite a few times, and it just doesn't work. I'll do a quick video when I do the I will do a quick video when I'm putting the plastic on and sealing it, just to show you how we do it. I'm sure there's other people do it different ways, but this is how I think is best. Oh, sore neck. Just been to pick up some water seal for the brickwork and a little spray gun, not a spray gun, like a spray tub. Just been to my favourite little local ironmongers. Great little shop this. T&W Garner. So off to the job now. That's it, finished pointing yesterday. So as I was hosing it down, the water was just disappearing into it, so I suggested to the customer that we could put some water seal on it, so she's agreed. So I've been this morning and picked up that stuff and a spray can, just enough in that to cover. I've got 19 square metres, it covers 20. So there's the cavity tray repair. Yes, vents, which there weren't any before. Plenty of vents. And we've got an upstand at each end. There's a Lintel repair. And then I've got the trim for that. I think I'll do the sealing first, then the spraying first, then put the trim on. There's our trim. One by window fitters is a piece of D by the shape, and that's double-sided tape, so you peel the back off that, stick it on there, up against the... Anyway, I'll show you when I do it anyway. So let's get cracking.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Who had a top 3 hit in 1999 with the song Sun is Shining? Sun is Shining. It's front starred the Rocks for Bob Marley.
Okay.
Fine. Fine. The Patti Smith Group reached the top 5 in 1978 with a song co-written by Patti with Bruce Springsteen. What is that song called? Who's that?
Herbie.
Hancock.
Can't be surname.
Herbie Hancock. Herbie.
That's it. Yeah.
The tune being Rocket.
So that's how we do the gap. Piece of D and double-sided tape to stick it to the frame, and then seal top and bottom. Not the best job, but I'm a bricklayer. Don't do it all the time. So, you've got your brickwork, you've got your weep holes, you've got your lintels. So before, there was a trim here on top of the window, and it's filled with sand and cement, so the water could just go back and underneath the lintel. So now any water comes down here, you've got a drip, and if it does come round and happen to come to the lintel, it's all sealed onto the window, so there's nothing getting in there now. Obviously the weep vents for the cavity tray, they stick out anyway. That's completely sealed now. That's me done. Get the rubbish together and I'm out of here. All finished. So here's the bricks I took out. So you can see where I've ground. That's as far as I've ground. The rest of it, that mortar is what was on the bricks. And bear in mind, these bricks on the house are set frog down, so that's a lot of area with no mortar, nothing in the holes, nothing in the frog, and barely anything between. Absolute terrible job. No weep vents put in it, all gobbed up underneath. The lintel's pushed back, you can see why now, because they've put a bed on, too much for a bed, and as they push the brick back, look at that. That's just pushed the brick, that's just pushed the lintel back and completely blocked up the cavity tray, which was short anyway. There's a piece of the cavity tray. Absolute disgrace. So basically that was all completely sealed up. This was just, I just found it when I got there, so I couldn't leave it like that, so it's all right now. Got the right bricks in. Got all the loose stuff out and down to the trap, but there's some pretty hard stuff at the bottom, so just need to loosen that off with a trusty trowel. Make sure it's completely clear so there's no more problems.